Social media platforms. Everybody says you have to be on them: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. All of these social media platforms, are they critical for your business? Do you need social media in order to have a successful business? Well, on today's episode of Master It Monday, I'm going to be sharing some statistics and also some features of the different platforms to give you a complete look at social media platforms as they stand today and how they can help your business. My name is Maggie Carey, and I'm the CEO of Master It Media. We're a social media agency that helps businesses develop social media content so that they can become the star of their social media and have a strong social media presence. We're also the creators of Painless Posting, which helps businesses create social media content in less than 5 minutes a day. Now, on to our topic. Social media is the place where businesses can get free publicity, free advertising, free exposure. It's a way that you can present your brand and your business strong and steady with by having regularly consistent social media posts that give insight to your customers on what you do, who you are, and why you do what you do. Now, let's talk about a few statistics just to give you an idea about the power of social media as it stands today. Now, we have 3.5 billion active users on social media. And that's according to Oberlo, and they are telling us that this is how many active social media users there are out there on the world. That 3.5 billion contains your ideal audience. In addition, 50 million small businesses are using Facebook business pages to connect with their customers. Now, when we talk about having a social media presence, it's about you and really having that presence out on social media. But keep in mind, your competitors are out there as well. So if you're not on social media, promoting who you are, what you do, and why you do it, and promoting your products and your services, your competitors might be, and that may be driving customers away from you. Now, another interesting statistic: 71% of consumers who have had a good social media experience with a brand are likely to recommend it to others. Now, we know that it is really important to have that. Referral, right? Somebody who's going to brag about you, that raving fan we talk about, right? Having a social media presence that's going to make somebody feel good about a purchase that they made and then share it with other people, because people want to share good experiences. People want to say, oh my God, I just got this, or I just had somebody who did that for me and it was amazing and I was so happy. Look at what happened, right? Those are things that are phenomenal. So if you have to have a good social media presence in order for people to find you there, right? Now, 21% of consumers are more likely to buy from a brand that they can reach on social media. Now, you're saying, oh, Maggie, that's only 21%. That's almost a fourth of people that are out there that are more likely to buy from a brand that they can reach on social media. And you know that this number is going to increase, right? These this is where we look at things now. Sprout Social has shared this statistic, and I have to agree with them. I know from my social media experience, from my buying experience, I like to be able to communicate with a brand on social media, and many people feel that way as well. So this is another reason why having a social media presence is critical for your business. Now, more than 1 in 3, so more than 30% 3% of online users say they go to social media when they're looking for more information about a brand or product. Now, Small Business Trends put out this statistic, and I have to say, what does that mean for your business? Think about this. When you research a product, when you research a service, when you research a company, you're going online, right? But a lot of people go to their social media because they want to see what they're doing. They want to kind of inside look at this business. People also look at an online presence as something of a social proof of a proof of validation that this is a real company, because when they look at things like reviews, they want to make sure that they're not being sold a bill of goods. They want to make sure this is a real strong brand that they can invest their money in. And here's a final statistic: 54% use social media to research products. Now, this is not just finding information about products, this is researching. So, 1 in 3 say they go online to look for a product. 54% say they use it to research products. And that was by a Global Web Index is saying that this is an interesting statistic. These numbers are changing daily. I hope these statistics have helped drive home the point that social media is critical for businesses in today's environment. We are being faced with a lot of changes in our world, and one way that we can connect with our consumers, with our future clients, with our future customers is to have this social media presence where people can find you easily and they can find you faster than they've ever found you before. Now, I'm going to share with you a couple of social media platforms today. One of the things that I will tell you, I share with my clients, is that don't stress out if all you can do is be on one social media platform, then be on that one social media platform and kill it. But you should have a social media presence across the major players, the key social media players. And the reason I say that is because you want people, if they're looking for you, what is their flavor? You'll have people who'll say, "Oh, I'm on Instagram all the time," or "I'm on Facebook all the time," or "I spend more time on Pinterest," right? Wherever your client is where you want to be. So at least I want you to consider creating a profile on every single major platform. So at least you have a presence. And don't just have the account, do a couple of posts on there and maybe say something along the lines of, this, 5 minute social media suggested this, and I thought it was such a great idea. Put a post that says, "Hey, you found us on Twitter, but we're really active on Facebook," right? Twitter may not like that so much, but guess what? If somebody finds you and they see you only have a handful of posts on Twitter, they may not, they may be concerned about using your services, right? So I think that's a better thing especially if you're not active on that platform. So let's take a look at some social media platforms. Now, of course, we have to start with um, Facebook, right? Facebook is the big guy. Um, it is where, you need to look at Facebook and say, okay, I I need to have a presence here. This is one of the platforms. It's still the biggest player. We're going to talk about the other ones that are coming up, but Facebook is the social media platform that has the most active communication users right now. You can see here by the demographics. It has 2.9 billion users. Now, the ages say 25 to 44 predominantly. Okay, you're finding this because most users are most social media users, almost every single person under 30 has a social media account on, you know, that's just it. They use social media. It is their way of communicating. So you're going to see a lot of these numbers skew, but Facebook does have a higher percentage of the over 45 crowd. Um, Facebook is strong for building relationships and building that brand loyalty and community because of Facebook groups and things like that. It is still the largest social media platform. Now, Instagram, again, owned Meta, right? Owned by Facebook, same thing, right? They have 2 billion users. And again, this is at the time of this recording. And it does skew younger. Um, it's great for e-commerce. Oh my gosh. Using tools like Shopify and things like that. If you have products that you're selling, uh, Instagram is great for that. It's a perfect place for influencers. It's got conversation that goes back and forth in the DMs where you can direct message businesses and set up a bunch of different things with this platform. It's best for lead gen, certainly for retail, food, and entertainment. Pictures of these things and videos of these things are great. Um, Instagram is, and speaking of video, Instagram is pushing video right now. And this platform is really strong with the Gen Z and millennials. That doesn't mean, now I'm not saying if your audience skews higher in age that you shouldn't be on Instagram. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this is where it's strongest. But Instagram has a very, very strong presence for the over 35 as well. Now, Twitter. Twitter is one of those places that I find people will love or they'll ignore, but you should still have an account on Twitter. It's got 330 million users. They age slightly older. They age, and it is slightly more male, uh, higher male population there. It's great for news and articles and conversation. This is current events, politics, really, really strong. It's best for public relations, these short little blurbs that you can put out there. And even it is predicting losing users over the next 5 years. We really don't know what's going to happen with Twitter. It may be on its way out, but it still has a very strong active following. People use it. And surprisingly, the younger generation is also using this. So I don't want to necessarily knock this Twitter out of the game yet. So get that profile on Twitter. Now, YouTube. Oh my gosh, YouTube. We're here on YouTube with Master It Media. We love YouTube. YouTube has over 2 billion users of all ages. It is the second most searched platform. And it is where people go to find how to's and things like that. It is such a great lifestyle and educational component. Um, it's really great for lead gen and brand awareness. It's got 62% of its users log in every day. That's massive. And the great thing about YouTube is that your content has a life after the first day that you post it. YouTube is such a strong player for getting information out. So consider creating an account there. Um, LinkedIn. Oh, I'm just going to one last note on YouTube. Not just create an account, but put in an intro video at least, and put in a couple of things. Even if you have short form video, put it up there. Have that presence on YouTube. Speak to your audience and what their needs are. Now, LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn, right? It's very skewed towards the business professional. If you're looking for those C-level connections, CEO, CFO, CMO, COO, this is a great place to go. LinkedIn is a place where you share about your business life, right? This is not the place to share that you are at Starbucks having a cup of coffee, okay? This is a place where you talk about things that pertain to and are interested to other business professionals. They have 211 million users. They do have a strong younger population, but again, this skews slightly stronger male and slightly older. Um, you in here again, news, articles, perfect for networking. Um, Best for business development and brand awareness. And of course, it is gaining popularities with millennials. The millennials want to be all over the place, so they're on a lot of platforms. Now, here's the big one: TikTok right now. This is gaining so much popularity so fast, and they are killing it. If you don't have get on there, even if you put, like I said, a video or two, do an intro video. There are 1 billion users. This is probably outdated by now because I did this yesterday. Um, it does age younger, very young, but it is gaining more and more older people who are getting on TikTok from all ages. So check it out. It is very entertaining and it is very engaging. You also have search components now. It's great for building that brand loyalty and community. This doesn't mean that you have to be dancing and doing all this fun, funky stuff that's out there that's extremely fun and extremely entertaining. But it's not, you don't have to do that. You don't even have to be on camera. You can just do things so that are, like tips and tricks and scan, show video of or photos and things like that. Very cool. It is quickly taking influencers from IG. So it TikTok is trying to pull users away from Instagram. Instagram is trying to pull users away from TikTok, keep them on their platform. So there's a lot going on. We're going to see a lot changing in the next 6 months to a year with TikTok. Pinterest. Pinterest is one of those um, platforms that is used quite frequently by a strong female demographic. So if you have a strong female ideal client, this might be a great platform for you. Uh, Pinterest does have a way of drawing people, like it's a lead gen, arts, clothing, food business, again, strong, best for those. You can do product promotion and you can ideas. People save things and they go back to them. So these are things where you look at Pinterest as one of those platforms that really does convert more browsers into buyers. These are people who are looking for things and looking for things to buy. And finally, we have Google Business. Google Business Profile is a way for people to find you when they do a Google search. Now, Google is used, it's the 78% of people worldwide use Google as their primary search engine. So, with that said, you want to make sure those 395 million users are finding you. Now, it is across all ages because people are, oop, sorry about that. People are using Google to do their searches. If you're not on Google, what's going to happen is they're not going to find you and they're going to get frustrated. And guess what? They go somewhere else. So it's great for being searched. It's great for lead gen, SEO, local marketing, retail businesses for sure, brick and mortars for sure. But if you don't have a brick and mortar, that doesn't mean that Google isn't a good place for you to be. Google is excellent for any business that wants to be found on a search engine. So go for it. And it's great for your reputation. This is a place where you want to have a your social media. I'm sorry, Google Business is a place where you really want to have your presence on Google Business, because what happens is you're going to end up being found by people searching for your business, regardless of whether you have a brick and mortar or not. So I hope this whole summary of all of these platforms really helped you figure out where you need to be on social media. It's not a matter of if you need to be on social media, it's a matter of where you need to be on social. Again, my suggestion, if you take nothing from today, please secure your brand on all of these social media platforms that we discussed today. Make sure you have a profile, make sure you set it up, make sure it's optimized. And if you need help with any of those things, reach out to Master at Media. We have tutorials and classes that we teach on a regular basis that talk about how to set up your profiles on social media and get them optimized. We also have strategy sessions where we help people one on one create the best social media presence that they are looking for their business, customized and to your business. Now, remember, you can find us on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We have tons of videos. We are the creators of painless posting. If you kind of like what we created today in our presentation, that's done through Canva. It's a graphics tool we not only use for presentations, but we also use for our social media. And it's one of the ones I strongly recommend. So go check this out and get a free trial. And so that's what we have today for you to help you with social media platforms. I hope you found today's presentation helpful, and make sure that you reach out to us if you have any question. Give us that thumbs up if you found today helpful. Share it with a business colleague who might find this information valuable. Well, we're here at Master It Monday every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. I hope you'll visit us next Monday. And happy social media. Remember, at Master at Media, we're here to help you take the commotion out of your promotion. Have a fabulous day.